Oh wow, what a morning.
What's the story?
Both Ali and I agree that this light looks better to the eye, but I wanted to share it with you anyway because it is one of the gifts of the morning. The sun rising through the bare trees. It is exquisite. Good morning, everyone. I had the worst night's sleep, but I am not letting it get me down today. I was running out the front door this morning like a Cheshire cat because I don't think that's the saying, but whatever. It is the most beautiful frosty day, and I cannot tell you how lovely it is to experience it and not having to worry about capturing it for Vlogmas. It's times like this where I'm like, oh, I can just take you guys with me. I can show you exactly what it is that I love about this time of year and how beautiful it is and how many things there are to find the joy in, and not have to worry about creating a beautiful video. If anything, it is actually so much more valuable for me to actually show you the way that I find joy. And this morning I have put on as many layers as I possibly can. I am rivaling Joey from Friends, as you can see. I'm like, to make sure that I am warm enough, because the other day when we were in London I definitely didn't have enough layers on, and that is when you find it completely and utterly miserable, when you're cold or you're wet or you don't have the right attire on. So I always say the first rule of Evergreen Club is there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad weather attire. Oh my gosh, this morning is unreal. Look at that. Oh my goodness me, look at the way the mist is over the fields. It looks like something out of Pride and Prejudice. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is artwork. Oh, so satisfying. This is also my kind of artwork. Look at the way the frost has just dusted. Oh my gosh, this is just so beautiful. Sausages in the frost. The way this sparkles. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I am actually just living my best life right now. Like a little frosty, hairy carpet. Mildred is... Oh yes, Mildred.
Huh?
Oh yes, Mildred. Oh, bother. Daddy's coming, Porty. Good boy. Oh. It's also in this weather that troughs freeze over. This always happens to Atlas. So what I would say is if you pass by a trough, just give it a little poke with a stick or something like that, just to release it so that any of the sheep can get to their water. Bit of a shorter family walk today. Porty doesn't love the cold, so he is being carried back to the house. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I like to call nature's defibrillator. Such a hard word to say. I cannot tell you the life it breathes into you to get out on a frosty morning and experience the sun coming up, the mist over the fields, the delicate dusting of frost on foliage and fences and leaves. Oh my gosh, seeing your breath, it is just like, I know it seems like I'm being a bit over the top, but I swear that is what I needed this morning. And even Ali was really quite tired because he had a work thing last night and he got back late. And I was like, babe, it's a beautiful morning. I think you're gonna want to come with me. And so I managed to like drag him out of bed and he came with us. Oh, what a day. And it's not even 11 o'clock yet, but it's been a wonderful morning. And I feel like I've got lots done. We didn't have the longest walk. If you don't know, at the moment, we're giving Porter exercise, but rest because he like hurt his paw somehow. We just don't really know why or how, but he's on anti-inflammatories, which not great, but it is what it is. We are doing something that I have wanted to do for, I've got hair in my mouth. That was a big one, and it wasn't even attached. Wow, that must have been flapping around. We're doing something in this video, and I am so looking forward to this. You have no idea. So you might remember my tailor, Jeff. He once told me that most years he takes his wife, Laura, to live at the RITZ, and I wasn't sure, like I really wasn't sure, but I wanted to try it, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be for us. And we've been trying to book in for ages, and it just so happens that Ali has booked us in for our anniversary. We're celebrating our anniversary early this year, so we're going into our 9th year. I actually can't believe it. That means next year we're gonna have to start thinking about vowel renewals. What on earth? My mind is blown. So that's what we're doing, and actually this is what we're doing this year, and we're not going to the ballet this year. We were invited to go to the ballet, but we're not going. And I wanted to explain to you why, because these are my workings out. I first went to the ballet a few years ago with Lydia Millen, and I experienced it at the Royal Opera House. And then we had this amazing opportunity where like a box was available, and it was literally the best box in the Royal Albert Hall. It was a late booking, we managed to get in, and we went and saw Swan Lake in the round. It was amazing, like honestly it was amazing. But that was at the Royal Albert Hall. Last year we went and saw Cinderella at the Royal Opera House again, and it was an amazing experience. I finally got to see Yasmin Nagdi perform as well right before she went on maternity leave, which was unbelievable. I didn't know at the time. But we're not going this year, and the reason for that is that for some reason I don't know what, maybe someone can let me know in the comments, but the Royal Albert Hall isn't showing the ballet before Christmas this year. I don't know if that's always the way it is, I'm not sure, but they're not. And I have to be honest, as a venue, beauty-wise, I think the Royal Albert Hall is absolutely stunning, but the Royal Opera House is something else. Like it really is such a special venue in terms of like beauty, and it's a little bit smaller as well, so you feel like it's almost a bit more intimate. I went to see the opera earlier in the year, and it was wonderful, and it was there. The only thing I would say, and it's a big part of the experience for me, is that we're going out to enjoy the evening and let our hair down and have a good time in a very, very respectable way. You cannot even have a sip of champagne whilst you are watching the performance at the Royal Opera House. And instead, during the intervals, you go to a special area and you drink, and you kind of have to drink really, really quickly. I don't know how the people who are having the meal there enjoy their food, because you barely even get like a whole drink, and you can't take your drink back to your seat. I know that there will be reasons, and this isn't a criticism in any way, it's just obviously personal preference. I'm sure there will be some people that do not want people to be able to chink their glasses and drink whatever, but this was just my thought process, in that I would much rather go to the ballet at the Royal Albert Hall, because I think that that venue allows itself for a little bit more of like a modern approach to going to see the ballet. You can still get dressed up, the venue is so beautiful, it's bigger, but you can, at the very least, you can even have food, like canapes and all of that kind of stuff. It's absolutely wonderful, but you can also have a glass of champagne, which I don't want to get legless. I think you'll know that about me. I'm not the type of person that ever gets legless at an event, but I do enjoy having a glass of champagne. I might get a little bit giggly, I might be whatever. I wouldn't be giggly in the ballet, don't worry, it's not really that kind of performance, but that's my thought process. And so this is what we're doing instead. And I honestly think that this might actually, if it goes well, I've got all of the posy vibes, this might actually replace going to the ballet for a while, until I get like my perfect scenario. So that's why we're not going. I haven't seen anyone go before, so I'm really hoping to take you with me and let you know what I thought about it afterwards. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make sure that I debrief with you and tell you exactly what I thought. I have been opening some boxes this morning, and I have received some things that I thought I wanted to show you first of all, and I also have a bit of an announcement as well. I think this is my last launch of the year. Ooh, that might be the delivery of something that's launching next year though. I was telling you that I think that this is my last launch of the year, and you'll have to forgive me for faffing with my hair, but this is so exciting. I don't even know where to start. So I have loved this brand for such a long time, not just because I love the brand, but I love the 3 women that head up this brand as well. And I went to an event ages ago now, and they mentioned doing something together. And they said it at the event, so I was like, no, you can't say that, because unless you mean it, you're gonna make me cry. They came through with the goods. And I am so excited to let you know that you can shop it today, and whether this is your like top Christmas present or whether it's like a stocking gift, it would make the perfect like sit alongside the Evergreen Journal, in my humble opinion. So I'm just going to show you, and then we're going to talk through it. I'm going to tell you everything about it, but I have collaborated with Rehab to bring to you my own signature fragrance and colorway of my iconic, my favorite hair oil of all time, the Dose 1.0. When I tell you that we worked meticulously on this fragrance, trying to get it absolutely perfect, because what I wanted to do was I wanted you to feel like you were immersed in the evergreen world. I wanted you to feel like you were walking in my garden and taking in all of the scents. I wanted that floral touch, but I also wanted that earthy elegance, and I really wanted almost the feeling of walking through a woodland just after the rain has fallen. And so, strangely enough, you can smell a lot of scents, but actually capturing something that evokes that within you is a different ball game altogether. And this has been my first ever like movement into fragrance in this way, but I think that that might even come as a bit of a shock, because I love fragrance, whether that is the fragrance that I wear, the fragrance in my home. It is a huge part of my seasonal journey, but I wanted to create something that was evergreen and that was intrinsically evergreen, but also something that is going to serve you on a day-to-day basis. Now, you'll know I have literally like nursed my hair back to health over the years. From years of bleaching and just over processing, I have got my hair personally to the best it has ever looked. It's looking very nice and warm today because the sun is shining through my window. But my hair now is glossy, it is healthy, it is moisturized at the ends and hydrated. It feels like good hair. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that one product did that, because that would be an absolute lie. It is lifestyle changes, it's different choices, it's product changes, and it's how you live your life in a day-to-day basis. But what I will say is every little helps. And inside this box is two things that will absolutely just accelerate your hair health journey, whilst also being something that feels indulgent and immersive and almost inspiring. What I also love is that it adds an evergreen touch to your everyday fragrance combination. So if you're someone that really likes those more high-end niche fragrances, which is what Rehab is all about, they're not just about creating something that is, sorry, I will show you what's inside the box, I promise, but there's so much that I want to say, but they're not just about creating products that actually nourish your hair and make your hair better, healthier, stronger, more beautiful. They're actually about the experience as well, which is why it feels so wonderful to do this sort of evergreen collection with them in this way, because that is what I'm about. I love beautiful things and I love wonderful things, but I don't just want something that is beautiful. I want something that is actually doing something as well and actually serving a purpose. And in this box is two of those things. And I cannot believe that I get to tell you this and show you this, and I can't believe that you're going to be wearing an evergreen fragrance that has come from me, that has literally been worked on and crafted together with the team in this way, that I feel truly brings to life what it is I experience when I walk out of my door on a day like today. So first and foremost, I think this is just the most, you get this kit, by the way. This box is how it will come, so it's perfect for wrapping up and popping under the tree, but also just beautiful if you're an evergreen girly. I know that we love to display things, and I think that this almost adds like a sort of dressing table, coffee table element. We have, of course, perfectly colour matched the evergreen tone, so that everything feels cohesive, beautiful, and totally in line with the evergreen sort of identity. Inside this beautiful, beautiful box, obviously we've kept a lot of the details and very sort of intrinsically evergreen nods on the packaging. We went for more of the evergreen journal, so we've got the little motif of ivy And if you didn't know, this is something that I designed again with Jess, who has helped me on both of my book covers. It was really important to me that we not only had the ivy leaves, but we also had the roots, because the roots are so important in who you are in your everyday life, having good strong roots. So I really felt like that was quite symbolic of evergreen, and that's why it is sitting proudly alongside the incredible Rehab branding. But inside, I'll show you. You open it up. Now I have to apologize because this is actually the sample. Getting this finalized, signing off the fragrance took longer than expected, and so with that I only have a sample of the box. So what you're seeing here is actually not the correct wording. You will have the correct wording, but inside you get 2 of my most iconic products from Rehab. The Dose 1.0, and on it says Lydia Millen Evergreen Dose 1.0 Hair Oil. And obviously we had to create the evergreen shade in these oils. That just feels so iconic. I can't believe I have my own evergreen shade in the most iconic hair oil capsules. These are biodegradable capsules, and this is it's the iconic, sorry I'm saying iconic a lot, but I do think that, you know, it's Rehab, they are. The formula inside is the beautiful Dose 1.0, the one that many of you will have used and loved. It's enriched with Moroccan oil, avocado oil, and jojoba oil, but it's also got vitamins A, C, and E, and B5. And it's also a vegan formula as well. And what I love, sorry, this has also been used. This is chaotic. This is all I've had, okay? And if you think that I was ever leaving the house without this fragrance on my hair, you are mistaken. So I'm sorry, all of the photos, all of the reels, everything that went up, I had been using this, and I don't care, okay? Because it smells absolutely incredible. Like I said, it's got that delicate floral notes that you would find in an English country garden. It really feels totally immersive. But then it's rooted in that earthy elegance that for me personally is something that I really, really love to encapsulate in everything that I do. Hopefully, I try. But it sits alongside the formulation so that you are getting the best ingredients that are going to nourish your hair. And also, anyone that has ever used this knows how incredible it is. It doesn't weigh your hair down. It literally doesn't make your hair look greasy. My mum literally comes around to my house and she's like, I don't want anything other than the Rehab Dose 1.0. If you haven't got it for me, I don't want to know. It's that good, but now with an evergreen twist. Now you can use this on wet hair. I personally find that it works beautifully on wet or damp hair, but I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I forget, and I found out that putting it onto dry hair is equally as spectacular. Like I said, doesn't weigh the hair down. It doesn't make it, you know, go bitty and strandy and that kind of thing. It just nourishes and brings beautiful shine and hydration. So you can use it how you like. I find that I get maximum fragrance payoff when I do it on my dry hair personally, but that's just me. So you get your capsule, which is perfectly measured to be the perfect dose for your hair. And I twist the top off like so. Empty the contents of the capsule into the palm of your hand, like so. Rub it between your hands and your fingers, and I literally just swipe it through my hair. The smell is unreal, like absolutely unreal. And I just work it in. I even sometimes try and just like massage it, like warm it up and massage it into the ends of my hair, so that my hair is getting maximum hydration. And this is where I think you start seeing really, really incredible results with the oils, because I didn't realize that my hair needed a lot more oil. It needed a lot more hydration, and it needed a lot more vitamins and minerals actually being applied topically. So I have honestly seen the most incredible results, but of course, we were not going to do the Evergreen Dose 1.0 without doing the Evergreen Vital Hairbrush, because the Vital Hairbrush, I'm sorry, but I said it in my stories around it, but this is as iconic as the IT Cosmetics foundation brush. Whenever I see someone applying foundation, I see them using the IT Cosmetics foundation brush. This is the same. Whenever I see people brushing their hair on like TikTok and things like that, they're brushing it with a Vital Hairbrush. So the thing that I love about this is, first of all, it is made from, I think it's like a form of wheat that has been repurposed into creating the mold of this. So it's a really sustainably made hairbrush that you can be confident in the fact that you're not just buying something that's plastic, which also gives it this flexibility. This does not pull on your hair, it doesn't pull hairs out, it just smoothly glides and yet creates the most beautiful, fluffy, smooth and bouncy hair. You can brush from literally the top straight through because it just doesn't pull. It's incredible, and obviously if you're an evergreen girly, in the shade evergreen is just going to bring you so much joy. And this is a duo, and like I said, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that one product fixed my hair, even though this is really focused around damaged hair and taking care of your hair and really restoring it to health. What I'm saying is that these two things are going to make a huge impact. They are part of the missing puzzle pieces that I needed for my hair. So I cannot believe I'm saying this, that I am working on my first ever hair product, and I got to do so in the form of a fragrance that genuinely, I put it on, and then when I put my perfume on in the morning, sometimes I'll even just pop some on my hands or on my arms just to blend with the fragrance that little bit more, and it really does add that sort of greenery, that mossiness to whatever fragrance it is that I want to use, whilst also looking gorgeous on my hair. So I will link this in the description box down below. You can shop it now. For me, this is a dream come true, and I can't believe that I get to work with one of my favorite brands in this way on something like this. And I know I always say it, but this is where I have so much fun. I found so much joy over the last few years from working with brands exactly like Rehab, brands that are built by incredible women doing incredible things. Literally one of them gave birth 3 weeks ago. Unreal. And those women are disrupting the hair industry in the way that they are, and they are so innovative. They all come from like having worked in the influencer marketing world and that kind of thing. They are incredible. So anyway, I will link everything in the description box down below. I am so grateful to you guys for putting me in a position where I'm able to do these kinds of things, because I don't take it for granted. And to be able to bring to life so many things and work across brands where I get to do things that are so different and so varied and work so closely with so many brilliant minds in this way is an absolute dream come true. And as I always say, the proof is in the pudding. When you look at my hair, you can see I'm not wearing extensions as well. Often nowadays, you'll see people advertising things and they're wearing extensions or whatever. And that's not like to say that you can't see the effects of products, but like, I want to be working on my own hair and making my own hair as beautiful as possible as well. So I want to see the effects on that. So we'll put these back in here because nothing makes me prouder. I literally put them back in here every day. Is that sad? I don't know. But everything will be linked down below, and some other things that I unboxed today, which I thought I would show you because I think you'll love them. First of all, I have a long list of things that I now use daily for my sourdough that I never knew I needed. And one of them are these. Aren't these the cutest little thing? These are linen jar covers. If you live in the countryside and there is like flies, because we are surrounded by woodland and farmland, so we get a lot of flies. Just having these to cover the tops of your sourdough is very, very handy, just to stop little things getting in there. I lost a couple of starters that way. So I got these on Amazon and they are so cute. I love the gingham, love it, but you can get plain ones as well. But this, oh my gosh, I unboxed this morning, and this is what I'm reading tonight on the sofa with you. I'm hoping that I'm gonna get to go over and see Atlas and maybe have a midweek ride with him today. But this arrived and instantly I smelt it before I before I knew what it was. I was like, oh, that smells like that's come from a vintage shop or an antique shop or something like that. But I received the most wonderful letter and book from Peter. And this book I have never heard of in my life, and I think that this is going to be up there with my most favourite books of all time. So thank you so much, Peter. And in all honesty, the fact that you have got me this, I truly believe that maybe I could be your child. But this is Sloe Gin and Beeswax, seasonal recipes and hints from traditional household storerooms. And just one flick through and I was like, oh, I cannot wait. Like, look at this. Early summer, sweet as scarlet strawberry under wet leaves hidden, honeyed as the damask rose, lavish as the moon, shedding lovely light on things forgotten, hope forbidden, that's the way of June. And it's all ticking striped linens. Oh my gosh, oh, they've got geraniums. Look at spring. All of the hen's eggs, I just can't. This is, oh my gosh. Oh, I love this. Linen scenting sachets. It tells you how to make your own scented linen sachets using dried herbs. And do you know what? When I've got a glut of herbs, I've often wondered what I can do with them. Truffle scrambled eggs. Oh my gosh, I saw Emily English went truffle hunting in Italy, and that is something I would love to do. Oh my gosh, this book is sensational. I don't know if you can buy this anywhere, but if you can, I will link it down below, because this is an evergreen girlies absolute dream book. It is so gorgeous. I am so grateful for that. You have no idea. So those are two things that arrived today. Two little evergreen girly things. But yeah, I'm thinking about trying to go and get a ride in with Atlas midweek, because this week I am not in London. Things have ground to a halt again in the lower ground. Unfortunately, the rugs were not delivered this week, which meant that the pool table couldn't be delivered either, which was so sad. But I have set Ali a different project, because we were thinking about, sorry, I'm having like a bit of a chatty catch up, I hope that's okay. But we were thinking about what we were going to put in the lower ground floor. We obviously really wanted to put a fireplace down there, but it did just seem that it wasn't possible. It seemed like it was a bit of a pig of a job, and we let that slide because otherwise it would have held things up, etc, etc. And there were two things that I was thinking about putting down there. First of all, Ali and I went to Time in the Cotswolds over 10 years ago now, and I always wanted to get myself one or two of the bronze sheep that they have in the bar at Time. So I thought about getting two of those, but then I thought about something that I have wanted for such a long time, and I have never ever even like delved into looking to purchase. But I think what we're going to put down in the lower ground hallway, to make it a space that actually feels like it's serving a purpose, because I have to be honest, that hallway is so big and it's just pretty much a waste of space. Like, there's nothing there. I don't know what to do with it. So I think my Christmas present to myself is going to be, and I've talked about this for a very long time because I saw one for the first time in Harrods. I'm not buying it brand new before you lose your mind, but I'm thinking about purchasing a self-playing baby grand piano. So you'll still be able to play it. So my mum is grade 8, so she'll be able to come round and play the piano, and maybe she could even teach me a few things or two. But you can also have it playing by itself, so it like plays via like electrics. The keys still move, it's beautiful. I just imagine our home and the amount that I love classical music and all of that kind of stuff. Having it playing in the background rather than through the Sonos system, tinkling away just in the distance, I think that would be lovely. So Ali is actually, at the moment, we've measured up and it looks like it's going to go in. It'll have to be craned into the basement, but I am thinking that that is going to be my Christmas present to myself. Anywho, we are up to speed. We are caught up. I need to get myself to the stables to ride Atlas, and then I am probably going to pack this evening to head down to London. We're doing sort of like a 2-day thing, but just one night. So we go to the RITZ when we get down, and then we're doing our Christmas shopping the next day. So it's going to feel very, very festive. Right, I am all set to go to the stables. I'm dressed, ready to ride, but I always go on the understanding that things might change, but hopefully it'll be a lovely ride in the sunshine, because it looks like it's freezing cold, but bright and sunny, which I think personally is like the dream weather to ride in. So I'm all set. Cozy layers. This is a jacket that I wear so much from Holland Cooper, and then these are their winter fleece breeches. I want these in leggings as well, but yeah, it's just trying to get as many layers under my body protector as possible. It is a steamy, frosty afternoon. Well, despite our electricians knowing exactly what we do, I am certain that sometimes they're like, she's such a strange lady. Like just then when I'm speaking to you guys and I've gone, it is a very frosty and misty afternoon, or whatever it was I said, and then I've just reversed on the drive. There's no one in the car with me, and he's like, see you later. I'm like, bye. Oh, this job does make me laugh. There are so many instances where you're just looked at like you're so peculiar. Anyway, heading to the stables. This ride is going to be a crisis of confidence because on my last ride, admittedly this last week has been busier than usual. I try my best to get 2 to 3 rides a week in with Atlas, but last week I definitely only got 1 in. But also it was kind of needed because he'd just been clipped. He'd also just gone to his new paddock. I just wanted him to settle, and also the temperature had dropped, so most horses get a little bit spiky anyway. And we rode on Sunday and I stupidly didn't lunge him before, and it was so funny. He was an angel, and great lesson for me because he was such an angel, so much so that I nearly FaceTimed Charlie to be like, look at us hacking on our own as both calm tootie patooties, and then he bolted. But it was, with Atlas, a bolt is kind of, it's just a gallop. But first of all, I was impressed. Like, he went so fast. I was like, you've still got it in you, old boy. But it was windy as well, and there was a gate that was just making like some strange noises. And I learned from the best. I learned from Claudia. I don't go back to the stables. I took him back around, and we went back to that gate, and he was a little bit skittish, and I calmed him down, and he didn't bolt again. But yes, it was one of those things. I came back to the stables and I was like, he bolted, and someone was like, was that what that noise was? I was like, did you hear me going, Atlas? I think the hardest thing after you have like something happen when you're like riding is not continuing on or finishing the ride, it's getting back on afterwards. And I know I have a lot of equestrians that will have some very, very helpful advice on these things. So yeah, obviously I know my part that I played, and it's not me blaming my horse in any way, shape or form. I just share the every experience that I have with this, and I'm not afraid to share it because I know that there's lots of people embarking on equestrian journeys right now, whether that's like returning to it or learning or from scratch or whatever. So I just share everything, and I think that that's the thing that I've learned that is the hardest, is riding again after you've just had a little bit of a scare. And again, it just reminds me, it's like you get to that point where you think, nah, he's fine, he wouldn't do anything, I don't need to wear this, I don't need to wear my body protector. And I was like, Lydia, I'm so glad you wore your body protector, and I don't care that I look like literally such a numpty with my body protector and my hat, like compared to the Americans are wild, they wear nothing. So yes, I may not film as much when I'm there, and I know you were upset the last time when I didn't show you him, so I'll try, but I want you to know that I'm not as settled as I will be. I'm going to work on myself on the way over, because obviously I know he feels my energy, but sometimes when I'm there, first of all, I've got a lot of to do, pardon the swearing, but like I've got stuff to do. Last time I literally groomed him for like an hour and he was still strawberry blonde. You know, you've only got a certain amount of time. That's the thing that I realise, is that getting out to ride, there's a lot of work and prep that goes into it, and so sometimes I'm like, I just need to get this dinner in this horse and I need to get in the car and head home. So I apologise if I don't always show it, but we're heading there now, so fingers crossed for a lovely ride. But I definitely don't think I'll be showing anything when I'm riding him, because I will be like paying attention, because honestly he was like 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds. Okay, it wasn't that fast, but it was nuts. He honestly, he just went, usually he doesn't move that fast, and like I can feel his gear changes, because he's just a, you know, he's an old boy, and he likes to take his time, and sometimes getting him going is so bloomin' hard. And the fact that he chipped that quickly, and my main thing was that I was just worried about him, like I just didn't want him to fall. That was my biggest, and it's weird that I had that space in my mind to go, I just don't want you to fall, because then we're both screwed. Like, it's okay if I come off, but if you go down and I go down, then we're screwed. But yeah, anyway, we'll see how we go. These little munchkins Keeping watch? You being good? My goodness. Hello, Bruno. Hello, Bruno. Hello, Bruno. Hello, Bruno. You've been rolling, you chubby boy. You've been rolling. Hello, Truffle. You having a sleep? Hello, Truffle. You can just see Truffle the pig. Yeah, that's you snorting, Porky Pig. Oh, we have another Porky Pig. Hello. Hello. You've been rolling again. So there's my boy. He goes up to me like, where's Atlas? Well, Atlas is happy. Happy Atlas. Is that nice? Was that nice? You're a good boy. You get your head collar on. Come on then, back. Good boy, you're very muddy. Come on. Get it over your jubbly lip. Good boy. Oh, look how muddy you are. It's going to take me ages to groom you. Look at the state of him. You've got your chunky rug on. Nice and warm. Oh, you're nice and warm. Come on then. Come on, Sleepy. We've got to try and get our rides in when it's not so light. It's easier in the summer, isn't it? Dinner done, pack done, looking good. You must be closer to your mummy. Yay. Mr. Millen Gordon has asked me to vlog my dinner because he said that he wants you all to see that this is the level of effort I go to on a Wednesday for you. Yeah, so he basically wants you to know that he goes to a lot of effort on a Wednesday to make me a lovely dinner. So we've got cauliflower cheese, we've got beef, we've got very good looking roasties. Oh, that crispy bit is going. On there, oh, that's like a spoon of. A bit of carcinogenics going on, right? Is that what we call it? I can't remember. I don't care. That's a little spoon of cheese for me. Oh wow, that cheese sauce is lovely. Gosh, you're making me want to have a glass of wine, my love. Oh my goodness, I haven't shown you this. So, you know we're changing all of the sockets? Well, all of the sockets that were put in were not done deeply enough. And so the sockets that we bought have had to be like chopped out. And that means every single socket in the house, oh my gosh, looks like this and requires redecorating. That was not foreseen in the budget. But I am back from the stables. Don't look at my fringe because it was backwards in my riding hat. It wasn't the best ride. I mean, it was better than the last one. He didn't actually go for it, but I think we're going to have to do a little bit of work just getting his winter energy out, because apparently it's a bit like that at the moment with all of the horses at the yard, because it's so, like, everyone's been clipped. It's a little bit fresh and icy, so yeah, I'm going to be doing some lunging and going in the school and that kind of thing, which Atlas hates. Don't look at my hair now, because obviously I've been at the stables and there's probably horse whatever in my hair, but the Evergreen collection went live this evening and I cannot believe the response. I don't think I've ever, like, this rivals the Fairfax and Faber launch with how, like, nuts this was. Still coming down from it, but I also wanted to show you my little evening cozy vibes. This is one of those things that I put on when it is extra cold, and it brings me so much joy putting on something like this that looks so elevated and elegant but is this cozy. I've got cashmere trousers on. These are an old pair from Lily Silk that massively need to be debobbled, but don't judge me. I've also got a Lily Silk roll neck on, and then this is a Lily Silk cardigan, and I just feel so, like, bougie in it. Anyway, my hair is going on the top of my head because it's been in my riding hat, and that never does it any favours. But it was an interesting day at the yard. It was very, very busy when I was there, and I get quite overwhelmed when there's lots of people around. And so I was like talking to one of my friends there, and I was like, I had to message her afterwards. I was like, Wendy, I was a bit overwhelmed, I'm really sorry. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get into bed and I'm gonna read my new book that arrived because it looks so beautiful. Get into my pajamas though. Please ignore my Lloyd Christmas fringe. You're going to want to come up, aren't you? That is the sound of a sausage dog who wants puppies in the bed night. Come on then, Portaline. Barkley is under the bed. Porty lives for puppies in the bed night. There you go, my boy. Now you can't go where I'm gonna go. He's so funny as well. He literally just stops right where I've been, wherever I put him. You've got, no, I'm not putting you on the floor. I'm not putting you on the floor. He panics that I'm gonna put him on the floor. I'm not putting you on the floor, I'm just moving you, my love. And literally he panics, he freezes on the bed and he's like, I can't believe you're letting me in the bed. I was gonna put on my evergreen pajamas, but I wore those last night, so I'm wearing a different pair of Sinead Curie pajamas. Sad times that I can't celebrate in my evergreen pajamas, but I also wanted to say that it was so lovely being able to do this because we've actually found out today with the Rehab Evergreen collection that they were putting it in their Black Friday sale, which we didn't know, otherwise it totally would have been in the content, but they put it into the Black Friday offer and it made the actual set, I think, like £21. And this was so wonderful for me because I try so hard nowadays to be a little bit more like broad with what I show you, because I used to worry about when I showed lower budget things that the like higher end brands wouldn't want to work with me. Now I don't care about those brands. Like if people want to work with me, they want to work with me. They get it. They get how Lydia Millen is and they want to do it. If not, that's cool too. I don't mind. And so now I feel a lot more forthcoming with like the things that I find that are maybe lower, like more affordable. But it doesn't mean that I don't show things that are less affordable for most, because I have a really, really broad audience. Like there are people in my audience that will save and save and save to buy like one Fairfax and Favour bag, for example, and then there are people that will literally buy every single one. And I am that type of person that like, I really like a bargain and I love a rummage and I love finding good things that are like feel more expensive than they are, but sometimes things are of a higher quality. And I featured something the other day where I got quite a few messages from people basically being like, this is so expensive, like why would you share this? This is people's like monthly rent. And it's like, I'm always going to talk about this stuff and I'm always going to address it, because if I don't, then we don't become more accustomed and comfortable with seeing it. But I'm always going to show higher price point things if I think they're worth it or if I think they're beautiful. And I'm always going to show more affordable things if I think they're worth it and I think you'll love it. What I hope is that the people that like the more affordable things are as patient and understanding as the people who like the less affordable things are with seeing the affordable things. Does that make sense? Like, I think that the evergreen mindset is like, if it's not in your budget, that's okay. I understand that everyone has different budgets, and I am one person trying to cater as much as I possibly can whilst still retaining who I am to many different earning capabilities and things like that. So if something maybe isn't to your taste, because it's so funny, I'll feature something like a more affordable t-shirt or something, and people will be like, wow, that's just plastic. And I'm like, this is the thing with those higher price point things, not always, but the ones that I tend to champion are beautifully crafted, beautiful materials, usually from artisans, usually take so long to make, and are works of art. You can't get the same very often for a more affordable price. But I do my best, and I think that now, especially in the community that we've built, I think that we can be a bit more understanding to that. I think that we can understand that just because, and I know that it's frustrating when you want something that you can't afford, but I still don't think we have to lose our patience and our kindness with that, whether it's the person that's showing it, whether it's the person that's buying it, whatever. I would say that the evergreen mindset towards that is that I think we can be more understanding in this community. Just in my experience, there are things that people show on the internet and I can't afford them. And I have never, ever messaged them and gone, I can't afford that. This is ridiculous. And I think that that's a mindset that doesn't serve me, and it won't serve you either. It won't make you feel good. It won't make you feel empowered. It won't make you feel good about yourself. Instead, what will make you feel good about yourself is being able to turn around and go, I'm really happy that that person is able to do that for themselves, and that they've got to a point, whether they've worked for it or not, they are able to have that or do that or buy that or wear that, whatever. That makes you feel good. But having said that, being able to do something like this for evergreen, for my little evergreens, that is something that's so special and so close to my heart and so evergreen, and it be that more affordable price point with the offer, was a dream come true. Anyway, I'm curling up with my book and one of my sausage dogs, and I'm gonna go to bed. Good evening, everyone. You can probably hear and see that we are in very, very different surroundings. We are in London, and we are having a night in London as well, which is not something that we do very, very often these days. But we are having an early anniversary trip to London because Mr. Millen Gordon has booked me live at the Ritz. So it's all basically like dinner and dance. What is it, the menu that we're having? Do you remember?
Epicurean.
We're having the Epicurean.
Yeah.
The Epicurean menu, which sounds very, very nice. And we are staying somewhere that I've wanted to stay for a while, and I followed them on Instagram for a while. I've always seen it and I really love the decor, which is Henry's Townhouse. Now it's basically famous because this is where Jane Austen's brother lived. So this would have been Jane Austen's residence in London. As we've arrived, they've taken us to see that they have a cabinet of first edition Jane Austen novels. You have to touch them with gloves, but they are there, and you can sort of flick through them and explore, which is such an opportunity. What's our room called? Do you remember?
Eliza?
We're in Eliza, which is this gorgeous, like salmon pink and also beautiful ticking stripe room. Do you know what I love the most is that a lot of hotels, when they try and do things like this, when they like try and recreate that sort of historical vibe, feel a little bit try hard. This feels very, very genuine. And we've got a night here and dinner at the Ritz. We're getting all dressed up. Mr. Millen Gordon is wearing black watch, and I'm really tempting fate here, but I'm wearing my Dior gown. It's back from being mended for the second time. I don't know if it's gonna hold up. I have zero confidence, but that's the only dress I've got with me. That's really silly. I did have a backup, but I just couldn't pack two. They take up so much space. And what we've decided to do is, because we're staying down here in London and we've got an evening at the Ritz, we are also going to get up and go shopping tomorrow in London and do our annual Christmas shopping trip. So we've got it all out of the way in November so that December we can sort of enjoy all of the other things around those things as well. So it should be really, really nice. So we've just checked in. The only thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to say it, my love, we've got to check out at 10:30. Yeah. 10:30. We only could check in at 3. I honestly think that is so bad. Like, that's like we've not even got a lay-in. What I would say is that at least it will get us up and out, and we probably won't have a late night anyway, because you know what we're like, we eat and then we're like, oh, I'm tired. But still, I thought 10:30. We should have asked for a late checkout, to be honest. But anyway, we need to get ourselves ready. We've got glasses of champagne, and we've also got some little macarons, which are here. That is definitely my one. I love a vanilla macaron. Ooh, that looks good.
I'm gonna start off with pistachio. Cheers.
We also have a little glass of champagne. Cheers, my love.
Cheers. So rosy. Lovely. Nice colour, this room, isn't it?
It's very nice, like a salmony, pinky, mauvey.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
I really think so. Oh, tastes so good. Friday as well.
I know. We've already had a glass of, well, I already had a glass of wine on the train. Ali had a beer.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
that would have been a wardrobe.
Shortbread.
Remember, you have a 7-course tasting.
Yeah, I'm just looking. But I am going to have a chocolate one of these. I'm going to eat all of them. The vanilla is really good. Chocolate macarons. Good evening, everyone. Well, we are doing it. We are wearing the Dior dress for the first time ever out. Fingers crossed. Posy vibes that the hem is not going to come down. Third time's a charm. We are heading to the Ritz now, and I'm wearing my grandma's earrings, my grandma's ring. I'm wearing gingerbread pearls, which are like, this is like a little necklace, and that gorgeous bracelet from my last haul, which I haven't done up. Oh my gosh, that was close. Ooh, could you do this up for me, please?
I certainly can. Am I doing it or are you?
Yeah, I'm just micromanaging.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
It's always difficult when there's 2 chefs in the kitchen. So.
Yeah, now.
All good?
Okay, all good.
Lovely. You ready?
Yes, and then my
Perfect.
bag is my grandma's Paloma Picasso bag. Ali voted for this one over the Dior.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
I think there are not many moments you can wear that, but I think the Ritz is one.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that there's 5 bags inside it.
No, there aren't. I can't even fit anything else in it. I'm gonna have to put my phone in your. I need some mints though. I'll take some mints.
You don't need hints, my love.
Yeah, because
You've got
all the men that I'm gonna kiss.
7 course. Oh, in case you get asked to dance.
Yeah, I'm gonna be kissing lots
Because
of
I
old
will
men.
not be spinning her wheels. That's for sure. Do you think people actually get up and dance? I don't think they do.
Yeah, they do.
No way.
Of course they do.
It's actually my true love.
So I'm not taking my camera out, so you're staying here, but I'm going to take my phone to capture as much as possible, but there is no room at the inn, unfortunately, so I will see you, well, you'll see my
You're just confusing matters. We'll see you at the Ritz.
See you at the Ritz. We are literally the first ones in here, and this is arguably one of the most exquisite dining rooms in the whole of London. And we have already been served our very first sort of amuse-bouche. I'm not even going to try and recite what it is that we're having, but it is so beautiful. We're having a glass of champagne to just kind of wet our whistles before we choose maybe a wine. I don't think we're going to do the wine pairing, but this room is something else. And I'm also sat with an absolute snack. Look at this Insta snack.
Am I looking blue or am I looking warm?
I don't think you need to worry about that, my love. Absolute Insta snack. Cheers.
Here's to how many years? 8?
8 years married, 14 years together.
I think 8's a lucky number in like Asia.
Lucky or unlucky?
Lucky.
Ah, because they all said 7-year itch. We survived it, babes.
I had an itch last night. Got rid of it.
Oh my goodness. Look at this. So I think we start with this one.
Yeah.
And then we go into this one. And then I just remember that this was a Parmesan foam with olive. I'm going to have it anyway.
Actually feels really nice to touch. No, we're not cheersing our
I
food.
know,
This is
okay.
cheesy.
Ali doesn't like it because I like to cheers everything. Well, we are on to our second little starter.
Go on then. I'd love to hear you say that again.
It's a tartar tartlet or
It's
something.
a tartar.
And it's got imperial caviar on the top,
It has, well remembered.
which we
that's
both
a-
went, ooh.
And a trout boat.
Yeah,
is
a
basically
trout boat.
Which isn't how it is explained.
No.
Definitely how I'm going
Interpreting
to-
it.
yeah. What I took from this is a beef caviar one.
Yeah,
And
beef
then
and
this
caviar.
is a trout boat.
Okay, which one should we go in with first?
I think we should save the caviar because I always like to save the best till last.
Good idea. Okay, let's go in with our trout boats. No cheersing.
No cheersing up.
Not allowed
trouts.
to cheers. I really want to cheers. My. Oh.
Oh wow.
Okay, so we're on to, I mean, we've already had so much food. There's not any music playing yet, and I really wish that there was a little bit of tinkling. But apparently the pianist starts at 8, and we got here at 6:30, which is when our time was like allotted. But we have a beautiful homemade brioche, which is toasted to go with the foie gras. And Mr. Millen Gordon would like to take the lead on this one.
So this is inspired by the log. As you can see, this was created as a long
log.
A long
Cut
log.
into a lovely slice for us to make a sandwich here.
It's not. You're not making a sandwich.
So we're gonna.
No.
How would you do that?
I think you just get it. You break a small piece of the brioche off, and you spread a little bit of your foie gras onto it, and then you pop
Not
it in
all
your
at
mouth.
once.
Not all at
You
once,
know
my
I'm
love.
an efficiency. I'd like to slap it on and then deal with it after.
No.
You want me to slowly. This is the problem with this is like the modern day tradesman. Just little at a time.
I
Actually,
know.
I just want to get it all done.
I know, my
and then
love.
deal with
I
the
know, but
snacking
you've got
after.
no rush tonight. We don't have to be out of here at all, so you can
So
take
we're
your time.
going to slowly tear.
I think so. Yes. I mean, William Hanson will be having a heart.
Mouth-sized.
Yes.
And then we're going to cut our pate,
Foie gras.
and then
Pate.
onto our brioche bun. A little dab of this. And then we're going to cover our...
Keiko.
It's very nice.
Delicious.
But you could just
No.
do it all at once.
No.
You could.
No. It's not how it works.
And then you could
No,
cut from the middle
my
like little
love.
pizza
I did-
slices.
It's an absolute no, my
Be a
love.
Christmas pizza slice.
No, no. So, I've gone for a very, very lovely bottle of Sancerre for the evening. We didn't do the wine pairing just because, in all honesty, you just end up with a load of wines that you probably don't like. So we thought we'd go with this. I don't like a dessert wine. You always get a dessert wine, and I'm not into it. But it's starting to fill up now, and what both Ali and I have said, and Ali had been trying to book this since June, we feel very, very festive for doing this. And I have to say, when we came for afternoon tea, I think this was what I was hoping for. This feels like a bit of an occasion. It feels very, very fancy. I feel very, very I love it. Love it. You remember what this is?
This is the pasta with truffle sauce.
Yeah, it's a lot of truffle.
Stuffed with
Something.
something.
We've done really well.
Bloody delicious.
Oh, is it? Okay. So Ali just had some agnolotti truffle shaved onto his. I didn't have it on mine because I'm not always big on a lot of truffle. I think it's one of those things that maybe is a little bit overdone sometimes. So I've taken some of Ali's, but this is the RITZ's sort of seasonal approach to the menu. And this particular truffle is only in season for like 1 month. So it's very spenny. But I feel like when you're doing something like this, you have to experience the whole thing. So I'm very happy to try it, but I just stole some of Ali's.
Hey, baby, what's your hurry? Relax and don't you worry.
This is why we should have done dancing lessons, my love.
We're on the road to romance.
Look at them.
That's safe to say.
They've waited all year.
But let's make home in foggy London town. The sun was shining everywhere. Yes, hadn't passed. Suddenly, I saw you standing there, and in foggy London town, the sun was shining.
Oh my goodness.
everywhere.
This is wild.
Yeah, so we're just the sauce down a little bit to get to a thick texture. While we have just one on my left hand side, squashing the carcass with the juices on the side, which we'll present to you just now.
Wow.
We'll add the sauce in as the final added texture, and then help the juice up.
Make someone happy.
Completing the dish with the green peppercorn sauce,
Wow.
chop of the pigeon.
One girl.
Unbelievable. That was incredible. Thank you so much.
Celery puree from the top, salt bacon rabbit, herb emulsions, and souffle potatoes.
Wow. Thank you so much.
We finally kiss goodnight. How I'd hate going out in the storm. Merry Christmas. Coat pants and stripes, cutaway coat, perfect fits. Putting on the Ritz. Come, let's mix. We're rock a band, let's walk with sticks, or a umbrellas in their mitts, putting on the Ritz. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is honestly heaven on earth.
How could he know we
Exactly
two
what
were
I wanted
so
to
in
do.
love? The whole darn world was upside down. It was such a romantic affair. And as we kissed and said goodnight, the nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. Love is all that I can give to you. Love is all
this is
that
so
just
adorable.
a game for two. We'll
Once
be
it all caramelizes,
beyond
I'll start
the
making the
sea.
base. Some butter, some lemon juice,
Never
some orange
again.
juice. Now add the butter in, mix it all around. I think it's one of the few things that, you know, I think the RITZ do really well, where we do stuffed table leg for you. So, added all of the sugar, the orange juice, the lemon juice and everything, so now we have two sauces. At the bottom we have the sugar, and that's stuck at the bottom of the pan. Now we need to mix that together for two reasons. One, because at the moment it's stuck like glue at the bottom, we can't add the crepes in until it's fully dissolved. And then on the top is a very orange lemon zest, very zesty kind of flavours on the top. And we want to mix it all together so it's a nice citrus flavour and a nice sweet side. So that's why I'm constantly going around and around, just trying to dissolve and mix in all of the sugar. So I'll add the pancakes in, I'll flip them over, coating the pancake. Not adding the gram marnier in. What he did, he accidentally shook the pan backwards the first time. So the original recipe is only one flambe, and that's a gram marnier, the orange brandy. We like to do two flambes for you, the second one being a cognac. And on the side as well, you can see we have some vanilla ice cream for you as well.
So good. Grab Lydia.
You're not hungry, but you just got food envy.
I did. This is perfect. This is like my kind of evening end. I feel like you cannot debrief on an evening at the Ritz without being in the toilets. And it is the end of the night live at the Ritz, and I have to say this is something that Ali and I have tried to do for almost 2 years, and this is the first year we managed to do it. Ali was literally trying to get us in, I think from June or July last year, or this year, sorry, and it has been the best evening ever, and Ali is like fully on board for dance lessons next year, which is the best news ever. I have literally been dreaming about getting him into dancing lessons for so long, and so this really is wonderful. So we're heading home now, getting into bed for Christmas shopping tomorrow. Good morning everyone. After what was very fluffy hair, a sensational evening at the Ritz. Oh my goodness, it was so good. So what I would say is that we did like the 7-course tasting menu, and I don't think many people do that. And how that works is you like arrive at like 6:30, and I was thinking to myself, gosh, that's early, and there wasn't many other people there, and they don't even have any music at that time. So I did think that that was the only odd thing. But we sat there, we started our tasting menu, it was wonderful. The food was sensational. I had a gorgeous bottle of Sonsel, although I was very sad they only had one bottle for me, and then we went on to something else. But we had the best service ever. It was so good, so special. And what I would say is that it was like, it happens quite fast. Like they're there with your plates, and then they're taking your plates away. And I was thinking, are they trying to get rid of us? Like, do they have another setting after us? I thought this was like a whole evening thing. So we were like asking questions like, do we have a certain time that we have to go? Because we were just thinking that we were just going to enjoy like the whole evening. They're like, no, it all happens like, it's very, what's the word that they use? I can't remember now, but it didn't feel rushed, but it was just like, this is happening so fast. This is all going to be done so quickly, because we'd got there at 6:30 and we were thinking, we're going to be out of here by like 8. This is so weird. Maybe they want people to sort of like, you know, leave early or whatever. Before we knew it, it was 11:30, and we had had the best evening. So much so, I have convinced Ali to do dancing lessons with me, so that next year when we come, we'll be able to get up and dance. Because there were like, I also thought we were going to be the youngest couples there. We weren't. There was young couples, there were older couples. None of the young couples got up and danced, and I think that is a travesty. So Ali and I are going to do some dancing lessons, and hopefully next year we can get up and dance. But there was this couple that were like, every song they were so good. You can tell that they like waited all year for this moment. And then they have their show as well, which was unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. I think next year what I might do is like stay somewhere a bit, maybe we'll stay at the Ritz, who knows. But yeah, it was wonderful. Today we are up, it's a grey day, so it's a good job that we're wrapping up warm. I'm just about to head down for breakfast. Ali says that this hotel is so interesting because it's like you go down for breakfast, it's almost like you're having breakfast at a friend's house. The kitchen looks gorgeous, so let's head down for some breakfast. This is the kitchen setup, and oh my goodness, it is absolutely beautiful. I sadly missed the proper breakfast, but I've been able to pick from all of these bits. Both Ali and I have both commented on how beautiful the tiles are. This is a bit of a dream setup here. Just look at those. I really hope if we get the Norfolk house that I'll be able to have a lot of like blue and white tiles in there as well. But where? You're the dream setup. In here is the little nook where you can come and experience. There's the glove. These are the first edition Jane Austen's novels. Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, Emma, Persuasion, which is one of my favourite films. So good. Breakfast was absolutely delicious, and the team here at Henry's Townhouse have suggested, because one of the things that we're doing today, well actually the thing that we're doing today is our festive Christmas shopping. It's something that we do every year, and it made sense to kind of tack it on to this trip. And I'm so glad that we've done that. It just is going to be the one thing that just really gets us now in the festive spirit. And one thing that I wanted to look for Christmas was a vintage brooch. Nothing fancy, nothing overly ostentatious, but then who knows. And so they've suggested that we go to Portobello Road shopping. I've never been shopping on Portobello Road, so I am so excited for this. And I think it's going to be one of those things that it's really going to be like interesting, because there's a lot of vintage jewellery, a lot of vintage watches, all of that kind of thing. So I've got my comfy shoes on, I'm wearing my Charlbury boots, I've got my Amelia Wickstead coat on, and I've popped this amazing lily silk belt on. This belt is so nice. It's just so simple, and yet it's got all of the things that you would want so that you don't have like flappy bits, so you can wear it waisted and it looks so good. I'm wearing a little tusting bag, and then I've got my evergreen necklace and my evergreen locket, which is from Gingerberry, and I'm wearing N Peel cashmere lined leather gloves, and I am ready to hit the road. So excited. Minus the white jeans. I wonder who your inspiration was for your outfit today.
Well, I took this inspiration from Eliane.
Ali's wearing a very lovely jumper. I actually love that jumper on you, and it looks so nice with the chocolate brown coat. Where's that coat from?
This is custom made for me.
by Dapper Style, and it is a wonderful Italian wool.
Neither of us are going to try and say.
Lanificio Wagner.
Beautiful.
Lanificio?
It's very soft.
Oh yeah, it's
Is
cashmere.
that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful.
But yeah, it's really lovely brown, double-breasted overcoat, perfect for winter days like today.
And good shout on not doing the white jeans today.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a white jean day.
No. Absolutely not. Well, this has definitely been an experience. I found all of the silverware that I could ever want, but sadly not the exact toast rack that I wanted. So I think we're going to head, where are we going now? Straight down this way?
Yeah. So we're going to go down to the main road, grab a cab,
Oh,
go
Ali
to
got
Henry's.
something as well.
I got a boat.
He got a boat.
Doesn't actually float, but
Oh, look at the doggy.
oh, zipping it up.
It's a really lovely, like, rustic boat that I think will be really nice, even just in. Oh, sorry,
show
my
it when we get home.
Yeah, we'll show you when we get home. But we're just going to head and get our car now and head to Old Bond Street. Wow, that was wonderful to experience it. A little bit chilly. I probably should have put my base layer on underneath my jumper today, but never mind. Ali did obviously get himself a boat, which is unforeseen but welcomed, and now we're heading to drop it at the hotel. We're going to go and do some shopping on Old Bond Street now, and Ali had such a good idea that we're going to go to, oh, what was it called, like 45 German Street is where we had our like Christmas lunch snacks last year, and we loved it so much because they had like caviar and potatoes, and it was just so good. So we're gonna head and drop things off and do a little bit more shopping, and then I think we'll go for our champagne lunch, won't we? Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We are now on the iconic Savile Row, and that is where my nonno used to work, and he was master tailor of Huntsman. But I've really wanted to come and try some bits on from Natchball. I've been looking at their stuff on the website. Yeah, I'm gonna go and try it on. This is the coat that I came to try on. Now, the moment that I showed Ali it, he said it was very, very similar to the coat I was wearing, but I think it's different. I think it's different. Do you know what? I'd love to see this in like a chocolate on the collar as well, but I love the colours. It's so pretty. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love this. This is the Erin and Natchball collaboration, and this is really the main reason why I went onto the website. It's like a chocolate brown herringbone. It's like a Norfolk jacket. Oh my gosh, it is so gorgeous. I think I'm gonna have to get this. I love this so much. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, I love the colour of this one, and it has like a really subtle, like almost Prince of Wales check to it. It is so nice. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, we're getting carried away now. Look at this sort of like, it's like a really subtle green with this beautiful green velvet collar. I was just saying, I can't believe the fit and like how good the fit is, because for this to fit me like this off the peg, I am like so impressed. This is unbelievable. It's better than I expected. I didn't realise that the blazer actually matched the knitwear perfectly. This is, oh, this is such a gorgeous outfit. I love the way the black contrasts with it, so it looks really soft. I love it. We are now in Johnston's of Elgin in Burlington Arcade, and this is one of those brands that I really feel like you have to come and see in person, because it's only when you get up close with the fabrics you feel how soft they are, and also how beautiful the colours are. Like this has almost got magenta in it, whereas this has got this stunning like rust tone throughout. You'd never see that online. And then this, oh my gosh, there's just so much that I want. I am in love with this dressing gown coat because it's so long. It literally is like having a really, really lovely and warm cardigan. Oh, so nice. I want everything, absolutely everything.